sandwich. Oh my gosh, that's good. Scooter's Coffee at Roots 29 and 104 in Taylorville. There are 22 local employees. Thank you for your business.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome into the WTIM, your information station. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. Let's thank our sponsors that make it all possible. Before we move on, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. Today in my studio is the Chief of Taylorville Police, Chief Wheeler. How are you today, Chief?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing super well. Thanks so much for taking the time on this Halloween. Happy Halloween to you.
Yeah.
And let's get started with that. Let's tell us what we need to know about the Halloween festivities tonight.
Well, happy Halloween to all the citizens. Last night, a lot of kids were out. I was out patrolling, and I saw a lot of kids out having a good time. But there was a couple, things I did see that I do want to mention today that, the kids should look out for. One is, watch out for traffic. The kids are darting across the streets. And so make sure that especially the parents, make sure the kids are, wearing something reflective if it's at nighttime, but definitely, go to the crosswalk. Last night I saw kids just running right across the street, and a couple ran in front of me too. And that's very dangerous, especially because of the hours. People get off work, so they're coming home, and we don't want to get hit by a car. That's a priority. Of course, never go into someone's house. Never. Okay. If they say, come on in, the candy's in the house, you do not go. And never be alone. Always be with somebody else. Okay. So, now if you're an older teenager, same thing. I would not go in someone's house. Okay. And if you're a child, of course, the parents, I think, should be with them. Last night, a lot of parents were with the children, and they were driving around and stopping and getting out. And that's one thing too. When you do stop and the kids get out of the car, and I've seen this last night happen a lot, they get out and they dart across the street, and just just pull over, park, tell the kids to get out on the sidewalk side. Because last night they were getting out just hot. They're excited, they want they want that candy, but they're opening the door on the street side. Okay. And that can be dangerous for them. And besides that, just use common sense. Of course, the parents, I love seeing all the parents out last night with their children. Tonight's going to be really busy. We'll be out there with you, in case you need anything. And use the crosswalks. Just go up to the crosswalks and use them. If you want to switch streets, just go ahead and, plan a route to where you want to go, especially if you don't go with parents and you're a young adult, the parents are not with you. Go with a group of friends, plan a route. And let the parents know what time you're coming home. That's the key. We don't want anyone missing, okay, or anything happen to them. We've been very fortunate, but you never know in today's society. I mean, it's just nuts. We just don't know. Look what just happened. That shooting in Maine. I mean, it's just, I don't know what's going on, and I take precautions. I always talk to my men and women. Things are changing, and I do want to let the public know that we have them in our best interest, and and safety is the key. And also when you're coming home from work tonight, if you're in a hurry to get home to cook dinner for the kids or do something. Stop at those stop signs and watch those kids, because some of those kids last night were wearing all dark colors. Okay. And it's getting, dark early and you can't see them. If you do have any type of reflective gear at home, okay, give them a glow stick or something at nighttime. That might make it easier. But the main thing is, what I saw last night, they were hopping out on the street side. Get on the the sidewalk side, and you'll be fine. But besides that, it looked like they had a great time last night, and I think tonight they will too.
Absolutely. These are easy things to consider and easy things to be aware of. You said common sense, but things travel out of their minds as soon as that door opens. I'm
They
sure.
want the candy.
Of course.
Yeah.
But totally. It's good to hear all the parents are out with kids, and it's good for them to remember that these easy tips, things like being reflective, making sure you are visible to drivers, and that nighttime commute home, it becomes a routine. But tonight, of all nights, you really got to make it seem like extra careful.
Right. And especially tonight, you got your route that you go home to. Okay. And you might have a certain time you want to get home. Okay. And you might fly to get home and take your time tonight. Just tonight. Now, tomorrow, if you want to do it, go ahead. Okay. But tonight, let's watch for kids. We don't want no kids to get hit by a car.
Without a doubt. It's a great night for the kids, and we don't want it to be ruined by anything dumb like that. So let's everyone use common sense and be safe out here for the night of Halloween. Any more messages for the people of town for Halloween?
No, I just, have a great time. Be safe. We'll be out there with you guys and girls, and we're here for you if you need us. And we hope if, we see you on the good side, and we don't get a call of someone hit by a car. That's one thing we don't want.
It'll be a successful night if we do not get that call. And we wish everyone a very safe and happy Halloween tonight. Thank you so much for those words right there, Chief Wheeler. Let's move on to more Taylorville Police Department aspects right here. We talked a little bit before the show about a lot of growing numbers within the Safe Passage program. This is great.
I tell you, just yesterday we had 4 people. We're taking 2 this morning. The other 2 are deciding what they want to do, and if they're not ready, they're not ready. But it's just it's really growing. And it's not just Christian County that's coming in. They're coming from other counties, which is fine. We'll help them. But we have more sober people today than I've ever seen. But the growing numbers that are coming in are great. They are, and some I've seen they've relapsed, but they're coming back. But I'll tell you, we're here for you with this program. We got great treatment centers, and also too, we had a couple police agencies. We had one agency that came in. Clinton came in, the chief, and I believe the village manager. They wanted to talk about the program. We're going to help them with the program, just like we helped Mattoon and Effingham, and there's a lot of cities that we've helped start with this program. And I get calls still today about when they get stuck on things, but we've done so well with this program. We're kind of like the poster child of Central Illinois. And so they'll call us up and say, hey, listen, I think this would be a great fit for our community. It lowers crime and gets people help. But I'll tell you, the numbers are staggering that's coming in. And Denise and Debbie are doing a great job. Keep it up. And it's hard work. They're on call 24/7. Yeah, it's tough work.
We know about those coordinators in Denise Evans and the other Safe Passage workers. You kind of like a poster child for Central Illinois, like you just said, because you're going after the root of the problem. You're not just putting a Band-Aid over it. You're really trying to heal addicts. You mentioned you just spoke with the police chief of Clinton Township. Apparently those conversations went well. What would your message be to other chiefs of police that want this in their town? They struggle with addiction.
Well, I tell you, I've been doing this a long time, and community policing is something I really truly enjoy. But by far, this is the best community policing tool around. You build a trust with the community. You build a trust with the people that used to chase. Okay, you just build a trust. It is the best tool. Numbers don't lie. Out on the East Coast, they are rocking with this program. In North. Also in the Chicagoland area, farther on the northern side, like Mundelein area and places like that, they're rocking with this program. And I'll tell you, they see their numbers drop. They're helping people that they used to put in jail. And, jail is not the answer for addicts, and, sometimes, you might get to that point where the judge has to make a decision, this is time to go to jail, and maybe not. But there's always an underlying condition with addiction, and it's mental health. So we do have treatment centers now, and a lot more treatment centers seem like they're growing into the more mental health aspect of it to cure that root problem. And so if you do have a mental health issue, that's making you basically use drugs to numb your feelings, we're hearing a lot of this, and we're getting them to the right places where they could treat that. And then when they get back, just watching it, I can mention so many names right now that I see on the street. The transformations, how they're doing, it's just fantastic. But the numbers are staggering.
Absolutely. You mentioned the bond you're forming with the community, and it's easy to form that bond with citizens that maybe aren't addicts. They see a jailing sentence, and they find that is your job. But you're also policing for people that struggle with addiction. You're building the bond with them now. You're on their side. You just mentioned that jail is not the answer for an addict, and it's really great. You're doing great things with the Safe Passage program. Any last words with Safe Passage?
No, just they know we're here. And, we don't have to advertise it. They know we're here. And all it takes is just to come in.
Without a doubt. And it's really great. The services will be applied to you, and you can say what you've been up to, and you can be completely okay with coming free of these the things that you've been doing. So
sure.
They're safe with Safe Passage program. That's what they can be. So this is the WTIM morning show. I'm your host, Tim Zalabak. We're sitting down with the chief of Taylorville Police, Chief Wheeler. It's been a great conversation so far. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the Taylorville Police Department and things going around town. My name is Tim Zalabak. You're listening to the WTIM morning show.
Your information station, WTIM.
This is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. Are you looking for a great CD rate? If you are, TCCU has a new CD special that is just what you are looking for. We are currently offering a 7-month share certificate with an annual percentage yield of 5.05% and a minimum deposit of $1,000. This great rate is for a limited time. For more information, please contact us at any of our convenient locations or online at tccu.org. Dividends will be compounded monthly. A penalty for early withdrawal may be imposed. Fees could reduce earnings on the account. Member NCUA.
At Central Illinois Outdoors with me, Jared White, we want you to be a part of the program as well via the Archer's Alley Catch of the Week. Each week, we'll select one of your pictures submitted at centralillinoisoutdoors.com and invite you to tell your story of the great outdoors. We're looking for your kid's first catch or even your first big buck. There's a simple, easy form you can fill out on your phone or computer at centralillinoisoutdoors.com. Send us your story, send us your pic. centralillinoisoutdoors.com and the Catch of the Week, brought to you by Archer's Alley, North 22nd Street in Decatur.
If you're looking for a local, full or part-time job in Central Illinois, there's an easy place to go to find current job openings. It's IllinoisJobPost.com. That's IllinoisJobPost.com. You'll find jobs available near you. And the best part is that it's free for candidates to access 24/7. If you want a local job when you don't have to spend a lot of money on gas to get to, then you want access to IllinoisJobPost.com to check out current local job openings. That web address again is IllinoisJobPost.com. Another service from your friends at the Miller Media Group.
Christian County businesses now have another way to attract customers and promote their brand. The Miller Media Group's new 36 by 72 inch two-sided electronic sign is now live in front of our Park Street studios in Taylorville. We're offering businesses the opportunity of promoting themselves to the over 11,200 drivers a day that pass our studios. Reach out to your Miller Media Group account manager now to get on board with this digital electronic sign advertising opportunity.
If you're 40 and over, you'll recognize these artists by their first names: Frank, Dean, Sammy, Andy, Nat, Diana, Michael. Well, here's the big news. You can now hear Central Illinois' largest music library with over 3,500 songs on air and online at 965thechill.com. Tune in on the FM dial in Christian County and on your computer or smartphone. Hear these great artists and many more 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on 965thechill.com.
Scott Primer here from Locust Grove Church near Assumption. We're spreading the good news of Christ in person and online. Come join our family or watch our video sermon podcast by clicking our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Micah Sally here, owner of Schaefer, Perfetti, and Asali Funeral Home, Taylorville's only locally owned and operated funeral home. We honor lives and celebrate memories. Find out all about the services we provide by clicking our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm your host, Tim Zalabak. We're sitting down with the Chief of Taylorville Police, Chief Wheeler, today. It's been a great conversation. Before we move on with it, let's thank our sponsors of People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. Chief Wheeler had some Halloween tips for us all in that first half. Make sure you're visible out there, maybe some reflective gear. Make sure you're always using common sense. Be careful of crossing the street. Always use that crosswalk. And we talked a little bit about the successful Safe Passage program, just reaching great numbers and healing addicts. Let's talk a little bit about moving into the holiday season, Chief Wheeler. What do we have to look out for?
Well, always with holidays, our thefts go up, especially with this new bill that passed too. We're concerned about that. We've made some arrests lately where they should be held in county and then see a judge the next morning and get a bond set, and their backgrounds are just horrendous of thefts. But what happens is, we have to give them a notice to appear in court, and they leave that day. I just want to make it clear too, what happens during the holiday season. We have a lot of resources to help you and your family with toys and gifts and all that. You don't need to go to the store and steal to get your kids gifts. Okay. If you're having a tough time in life, which happens to everybody. Okay. And if you're going through struggles in life, but you do want to give something to your family, okay, you don't need to steal it. Come to us. We have the resources. We've got Shop with the Cop, and we got other resources too. The community has been great to us. They will help you, not just the police department. The community itself will help you. You don't need to go into Walmart or anywhere else and take items for your kids or your family. Give us a call. Get on the list, get on the Shop with a Cop list, and we'll help you. Yeah. Why take that chance? Just don't do it. And the ones that are causing the thefts that are getting out, we do tell them that you will face consequences on this, what you just did. You got 9 convictions of theft in your background, okay, and you're walking out today, but the key is that you still have to face this one. So, we'll see what happens, if they show up to court or not. If they don't show up to court, they get a warrant, and we have great judges here that will put you in county, and you will stay till trial. That is one thing I do like, is that you'll sit there and until your trial date, or you go to jail, or you make a plea deal. But we're not going to tolerate the thefts. We're not going to.
Can you explain a little bit about the Shop with a Cop initiative? That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it is. I tell you, Sergeant Mills, handles the program, and I'd say he's a great asset to the police department. But he handles this program. He's a champ at it. And you call, get on the list, and then he'll have the final list, and then basically, I don't know how much money we have totally. He's in charge of that this year. But I know that, we had a lot last year, so I'm sure this year we'll probably have the same. And we'll take it to the store and you do your shopping, and you'll have, $200 or $300 to shop with, and it's just great. So it's, but he runs the program, and we all go out and help him the day of the program. But I'll tell you, he's a blessing with this, and he truly enjoys it. He has passion for Shop with a Cop. It's not just a task for him. It's something that he truly enjoys doing.
It's good to hear that he's taking that role so well. And $200 to $300 could be exactly what you need to get your couple of kids happy on Christmas. I think that's a really great initiative.
Sure.
Anything more with Shop with a Cop?
No, just give us a call. Leave Sergeant Mills a message. He'll get back with you, and he'll get you started.
Awesome. Chief Wheeler, running close to the end here. We got about a minute left. Anything in particular you would like to finish up with, or should we go back to Halloween tips, staying safe tonight? No, just be safe tonight. We're here for you if you need us. The fire department, of course, is there if you need them. Well, you don't really. I hope you don't need the fire department, but watch out for flammables with your costume too.
Don't eat the candy until you get home. Okay. If the candy's unwrapped, maybe you don't want to eat it. We don't want you, to get sick. So, but we're here for you. If you need us, give us a call. Non-emergency line or the emergency line. We're just a phone call away.
Perfect. Chief Wheeler, thank you so much for taking the time today.
Always.
This is Chief Wheeler, the Taylorville Police Chief. It was a great conversation today, and this will do it for the WTIM Morning Show. My name is Tim Zalaback. Thank you all for listening.
Your information station, WTIM.